Bunny is broken. Zayden POV. We are in the middle of nowhere in a cabin. I see Bunny looking around and I walk up behind her. This is your time to shine. I have a feeling you're going to see red tonight and then finally break. She looks at me and then walks to the kitchen. Lyric, there's some wine in the cabinets. Can you get them for us? Paisley wraps her arms around my neck and Bunny comes back with a bottle of wine and 2 glasses. Why didn't you get 3? Bunny looks at Paisley. I don't drink. She walks off after that and I laugh. I move Paisley off of me and she pours herself a glass while I walk up to Bunny. Bunny, you're a virgin and everything, aren't ya? I bend down to her ear. I rather fuck you instead of your bully. Virgin. Lyrics, a virgin? Paisley hands me a glass and I shake my head. She was a virgin until she met me. I drink my glass and then grab the bottle. This is some good wine. I might as well drink from the bottle. Paisley laughs at me and sits down beside Bunny. Have you ever kissed a girl, Lyric? Paisley leans in and I put my hand over Bunny's mouth. I don't like sharing. Bunny slaps my hand away. You don't like sharing, but you fuck other women, don't you? I look at Paisley and nod my head, yeah. Bunny stands up and moves to the other couch. Bunny has only been fucked by one person and I'm going to keep it that way. Paisley laughs. So Lyric, have you met any of the other girls? Bunny looks at Paisley with wide eyes and I laugh. We actually have. We met Camilla and Nora. The outcome of both of the reunions is that they both ended up dead. Soon you will be dead just like them. Her smile drops and she looks at Bunny and then at me. What are you talking about? I take a sip from the wine bottle. You're going to die tonight. Bunny killed Camilla and Nora. Paisley shakes her head and lets out a nervous laugh. That's nothing to joke about. Let's just get to it and not talk anymore. I smile. Bunny killed your 2 friends. She's going to kill you and Autumn will be the final person. She looks at Bunny and I pull out my phone. I show her a picture of Camilla and Nora's body. She covers her mouth and looks at Bunny. Why you did this? How could you? I put my phone down. She's getting back at all of you for bullying her. Bunny shakes her head. I didn't kill them. He's lying. I hum in response. Really? I'm lying. Paisley, ask Bunny how Camilla died. Bunny glares at me. You drugged her, not me. Paisley sucks in a shaky breath. Me and Camilla decided to have some fun by taking one of her drugs. But Bunny injected her with more of the drug and she OD'd. Bunny shakes her head. No, that's not true. I didn't. You didn't what? Are you saying I injected her? She looks at me and tears start forming in her eyes. Answer the question. Bunny flinches from Paisley's loud voice. I injected her. Paisley stands up and starts pacing back and forth. Oh my God. But he told me it was an antidote and he lied to me. I didn't know. Paisley glares at Bunny and I laugh. How did Nora die? Did you kill her too? Bunny steps back and shakes her head. She attacked me and all I did was pushed her off of me. She fell on a stick face first. I didn't do it on purpose. Why you have to believe me? Paisley looks at Bunny with disgust. You killed them for something we did in high school? We were young. Stupid. We didn't know any better. Bunny starts crying. I'm not the one you should be yelling at. He's the one who did it. Not me. Paisley steps towards Bunny, who gave Camilla more of the drug and ended up killing her. Who pushed Nora? I can't believe you. You're doing all of this to get back at us and the main person you need to get back is him. She points at me and I tilt my head to the side. Me? What did I do? She pushes Bunny down on the couch and reach under the table in front of her. She pulls a gun out and aims at me. You really don't remember, do you? She lets out a heartless laugh. I don't remember a lot. The fire fucked up my memory. She arches her eyebrow and I snatch the gun out of her hand. I take the gun apart and she runs to the kitchen. Why not run outside? She looks at me and I look outside and laugh. We're in the middle of nowhere and you don't want to go out there in the rain and cold. The safest way would have been outside because now you're going to die. I look over at Bunny and she is staring at the wall crying. You made Bunny cry. She glares at me, fuck her and fuck you. I pull out my phone and text Kane sending him my location. Him and Neil are actually on their way here anyway. He opens the message and texts me back saying he's 30 minutes away. I clap my hands, let's play a game. I say as Paisley runs up to me with a knife. I grab her arm and twist it behind her back. I'm trying to make this easy for you. I push her to the floor and she screams. I walk past her and push the furniture back. I go to the couch Bunny is on and push it back. I pull her up and she cries. I'm getting a little tired of Bunny. How about you and Bunny fight? The last one standing. Paisley stands up, fine by me. Might as well kill the bitch that killed Camilla and Nora. I didn't kill them. Why don't any of you believe me? I squeeze Bunny face and she pulls away from, let's see who's the last one standing. I step back and laugh. You may begin. Paisley runs towards Bunny and punch her in the face. I can't believe you killed them. Bunny pushes her away, I didn't kill them. Why won't you believe me? Paisley swings again, but Bunny dodges it and pushes her into the table. Paisley sweeps Bunny's leg and then jump on top of her. She starts punching Bunny. How could I? I saw the pictures. Bunny flips them over and quickly stands up. I don't want to fight. Paisley rolls her eyes. I do. She kicks Bunny in the stomach and I whistle, Bunny, you better start attacking or you're going to be dead. Bunny holds her stomach and Paisley laughs. I might as well kill you before you kill me. I wonder if Camilla and Nora beat your ass before you killed them. Bunny launches for Paisley. I didn't kill them. She punches Paisley in the face. I didn't kill them. I want nothing to do with any of you. Paisley pushes Bunny off of her and Bunny grabs her by the shirt and bangs her head against the wall. I didn't kill them. Paisley throws her head back and headbutting Bunny. She then kicks the back of her leg making her fall back on the floor. Bunny kicks Paisley in the face making her nose start bleeding. Then why are you here? Why are Camilla and Nora dead? Paisley picks up the knife and tries to stab Bunny. Bunny grabs the arm that is holding the knife and then knee her in the stomach making Paisley drop the knife to the floor. Bunny grabs the back of Paisley's head and slams her head to the floor. Bunny turns her over and get on top of her. She reaches for the knife. I'm not here because I want to. Everything he tells you believe him. Paisley wraps her leg around Bunny's neck. Camilla believed him. Nora believed him. That's why they're dead. I didn't kill them, he did. Bunny swings her leg around and kicks Paisley in the chest. Paisley groans and lets Bunny go. Bunny stands up. Fuck you. You killed them. You're a nobody who just wants to be somebody in life. Even when we were in high school all you did was let us bully you. You never did anything back, but cry. Lyric, you are a nobody. You deserve to die. Bunny puts her head down and I sigh, you really need to stop making Bunny cry. Next thing I know Bunny picks the knife back up and runs towards Paisley. She kicks Paisley against the wall. Paisley falls to the floor with a loud thud and then Bunny jumps on top of her. Bunny starts laughing. Since I'm a nobody, watch how this nobody stabs you repeatedly in the stomach. My eyes widen as Bunny stabs Paisley. Ah. Stop. Ah. Zayden. Help me. Bunny continues to laugh as Paisley's blood gets all over her. She repeatedly stabs Paisley. Foo foo fuck you. Paisley gurgles out. Paisley's body goes limp and Bunny continues to stab her. She stabs her in the face and laughs. No need for you to call me a killer anymore. You're not here anymore. From the corner of my eye, I see Kane and Neil standing and watching in shock. Bunny giggles as she continues to stab the body. I might as well cut your tongue off. She puts her hand in Paisley's mouth and struggles to cut the tongue off. Now you can't talk anymore. She stands up and sighs. She looks at me and smiles. I've got blood on me. She jumps in the puddle of blood. It's warm. Kane slowly walks up to her. Lyric, I need the knife. Bunny tilts her to the side. Okay. She hands him the knife. Aren't you going to ask me if I'm okay? Kane looks at me and then back at Bunny. You always ask if I'm okay. Kane clears his throat. Are you okay? Bunny nods her head and laughs. Yeah, I am. She wouldn't stop calling me a killer, so I made her quiet. All of a sudden a man walks in with his arms behind his back. Who is he? Is he someone bad? Bunny asks as Kane puts the knife down. Yeah, we're going to deal with him in a few. Bunny snatches the gun out of Kane's gun holder and laughs. She walks up to the man. Tell me why you're here. The man looks at Bunny with fear in his eyes. I raped a lot of women. Bunny holds the gun to his head. Guess what? The man sucks in a shaky breath. What? Bunny shakes her head. I said guess. The man lets out a low whimper and Bunny laughs. I was almost raped, but the guy who tried ended up dead before he could do anything. A man killed him for me, getting the rapist's blood all over me. I thought I was safe, but next thing I know I'm getting taken and the guy who saves me rapes me. Bunny touches his face and the man tries to move, but eventually I start liking when he fucks me. So it's not called rape anymore, is it? All of a sudden Bunny shoots the man in both of his legs. Ah! What the fuck? Bunny laughs. Let's have you go out with a lot of holes in you. She shoots him in the shoulders. Ah! Kill me already. Okay. She shoots him in the face and continues to shoot at his body until the gun runs out of bullets. She drops the gun and then spins around. I have a lot more blood on me than before. Kane looks at me and I smile. Bunny is fully broken. Donuts. Zayden POV. Kane pulls out his phone and Bunny starts humming. I'm going to call some people to clean the mess up. Bunny looks at me. I want to have some more fun. I walk up to her and she smiles. I have blood on me. I feel myself get hard and I pick her up. I carry her to the bedroom and she laughs. What's wrong? I toss her on the bed and she squeals. Let's have some fun. She stands up on the bed and I look up at her. She touches my face and laughs. Blood is on your face. I pull her down to my lips and she smiles into the kiss. Are we about to do it? You want to do it while the blood is on me? I lay her down and climb on top of her. That's the best part. She opens her robe and I laugh. Bunny, you're really broken. She arches her eyebrow. Broken? I don't feel any different. She wraps her legs around my waist and I grind my hips. She unbuttons my pants and laughs. We're getting blood on the sheets. I take my boxers off and she scoots back on the bed. She lightly grabs my dick and I smile. This is about to be the best sex. I crawl over her and she directs me to her entrance. I want you now. I slowly push myself inside of her and she gasps. Fuck me. I laugh and start moving my hips. I grind my hips and she arches her back. I sit up and put her left leg on my shoulder. You look so sexy with blood on you. She giggles and then moans, show me that I look sexy. I hug her leg and fuck her faster. I rub her clit and she screams. I laugh as she tries to push me away. You told me to show you. I groan out. I flip her on her stomach and she puts her face in the pillow. More. I smack her ass and she lets out a soft moan. My pleasure. Kane POV. Me and Neil are sitting down waiting for the cleanup crew. He really broke that woman. I say as I look at the two bodies in front of me. Neil looks at me. She wanted you to ask if she was okay. She really lost it. I shrug my shoulders and sigh. I want to ask her where she learned to fight, but I can't do that right now because they're fucking. I take a picture and send it to Cade. He's not going to reply until tomorrow. Him and Jasmine are also fucking. I let out a loud groan. I want Alize here. I want to have sex. Neil rolls his eyes and I smile. It's actually cool that there is going to be a woman as crazy as me and Zayden. Neil looks at me and scoffs, "You're serious?" I nod my head, "Yeah, she can teach our women how to fight. Although we're going to do that, but if they see that another woman is just like us men, it might be a little easier for them to learn." He looks at the floor and sigh, "Kane, I don't want our women fighting. I don't want Haven in any of this." I clear my throat, "I don't want them in this either, but we still have to teach them. Just in case something happens and we're not around." He slowly nods his head and the cleanup crew walks in. Their eyes widen, "What the hell happened here?" I stand up, "A disagreement." I notice that there is a new man and I walk up to him. I show him my phone and it's a video of Lyric repeatedly shooting the man and covered in blood. His eyes widen when she smiles, "This what happens if you do anything stupid. Be smart." He visibly gulps and nods his head. Me and Neil walk to the car, "Did you have to show him that?" I nod my head, "I can tell that you hired him and not Cade." His mouth drop, "How did you know I hired him?" I laugh, "Because when he saw the bodies he was mortified. You didn't tell him what he would be cleaning and just had him sign the papers." He looks at me, "Am I right?" He gets in the car and I laugh, "I forgot to tell him." I start the car, although that's the most important thing, but okay. He gives me the finger, "I knew you wanted to have sex. We need our women here." He punches me in the arm and I laugh. We head to our hotel. I think I'm going to have me some phone sex or watch porn. Neil says and I look at him, "Phone sex." We say at the same time. Next day, I wake up to the sound of someone jumping on my bed. I slowly open my eyes and see Lyric, "Rise and shine, sleepyhead." She lands on her butt, "Zadie's here." "Zadie?" She nods her head and then runs out. I go to the bathroom and do my morning routine. 10 minutes later I walk to the living room and see Neil leaning against the counter with an uncomfortable expression. "What's wrong?" He points in front of me and I see Lyric and Zayden sucking each other's faces off. They've been at it for 10 minutes. I clear my throat and they continue to suck each other's faces off. That doesn't work. Believe me, I tried. I walk up to them and split them up. "Good morning, Zadie." He smiles at me, "Morning." Someone knocks on the door and Neil goes to answer it. "Bunny." Jasmine runs in and hugs Lyric, "Jasmine." Cade looks at me with an arched eyebrow, "Did I miss something?" I nod my head, "Lyric was the one who killed last night. Zayden said she's finally broken." I put air quotes up and he looks past me. "Lyric." Cade calls her and she looks at him and smile, "Jasmine's my new best friend." She laughs out and Cade looks at me again. She killed those two people with a smile on her face. She even asked if there were anyone else to kill. Cade looks at Zayden, "So you finally completed your goal. What are you going to do next? Kill her?" Lyric looks at Zayden and pouts, "You're going to kill me." Zayden laughs, "Definitely not. She's perfect now. I'm not getting rid of her." Lyric laughs and Jasmine laughs with her, "You're a killer like the men here." Neil clears his throat, No. I'm not a killer. I do what I have to do, but I'm nothing like these three. Count me out." Jasmine rolls her eyes, "Where did you learn to fight?" Lyric jumps up and down, "You want me to teach you?" Jasmine nods her head, "Yeah, I want to kick Cade's ass one day." I look at Cade, I showed her the pictures and I told her to talk to Lyric. Since we have to basically baby Lyric now. Lyric points at the TV, "I learned from watching TV." Neil chokes on his drink, "Tea time out. Why you learned from TV?" Lyric nods her head, "Yeah, it wasn't that hard." She claps her hands, "Let's go eat my favorite thing." I raise my eyebrow, "What's that?" She giggles, "Donuts." Jasmine holds her heart, "She's so cute. Let's go eat donuts." We follow them out and I look at Zayden, "Any sign of your sister?" He shakes his head, nope. We walk to the car, but I did destroy all the cameras that were in my house and I told her that I'll see her soon. I roll my eyes and we head to a donut shop. Once we get to the shop, Lyric runs out and skips around us. Are we really going to have to treat her like some kid? Neil asks as he watches Lyric skip around. I shrug my shoulders, I'm not so sure about that. We walk in the shop and thankfully they serve breakfast. We sit down at a table and Lyric hums, so I texted our doctor and told him about Lyric. I told him that she is acting more childlike after what happened last night. He told me it's age regression. Cade looks at me and then at Lyric. She's been through so much traumatic experience that her mind is using its own way to cope with it. So Lyric is now a child in a grown woman's body. I say as I look at the menu. Neil rolls his eyes, so basically some Harley Quinn shit? I nod my head, yeah, some Harley Quinn shit. I look over at Lyric and she is sitting on Zayden's lap. Who's paying for this? Zayden laughs and looks at me, one of the three nice men beside us. Neil shakes his head, not it. The one with the hotels around the world should pay for our breakfast. I give Neil the finger and he laughs, breakfast is on me. I look at Zayden, we're going to meet you and Lyric in Greece. He looks at me, why? I'm only going there to kill a bully, that's it. Eleanor Tucker. Lyric POV. We are back at the hotel and I am sitting in Zadie's lap as they talk about some other mafia. Don't forget a few days before you and Lyric leave for Greece you need to tell us. Kane reminds Zadie. Zadie laughs, Bunny, you ready to kill your last bully? I look at him and smile, yep. I finish up my donut and I look at Kane, do I get the black dragon tattoo? He raises his eyebrow, no, there's no need for you to get the tattoo. I pout crawls on my lips and I hug Zadie's neck, when are we going home? I want to play with the cubs and Kavu. He lets out a long sigh, in the next few hours. Jasmine gasps, no. I want Bunny to stay here with me a little longer. Jasmine hugs me and I laugh, let's go outside. Cade pulls Jasmine away from me, we will be taking our leave now. We're going back to Las Vegas and we're going to go at it like rabbits again. I'll see you all in the next few days. Jasmine squeals and jumps in Cade's arms and they walk out. Zayden, I need you to tell us more about your sister. Zadie laughs, what else is there to know? I stand up and go to the kitchen. I grab me a banana and go back and sit down. I sit on the floor and cross my legs. I'm not a huge fan of trying to remember my past. Neil scoffs, what? You're scared you might have nightmares about it. I look at Zadie and he has a small smile on his face, scared? I don't even remember the last time I was scared. I take a bite of my banana and laugh, what's so funny? Neil asks me with a raised eyebrow. I shrug my shoulders, I'm just laughing. It's hard to tell what Jaslyn is thinking. You won't know if she is against me or with me until I meet her. I look at Zadie and he is looking at Kane and Neil. Do you know anybody else who knows about Jaslyn? Family? Mom and Dad? Zadie laughs, family? Didn't I say I'm all she's got? We don't know our parents. We had a foster mother. Had? Neil questions, what happened to her? Zadie stands up and looks at me. I finish up my banana and walk up to him. Well, I killed her of course. We walk to the door, we'll meet you at the jet. I'm ready to go home now. We walk out and I look at Zadie, do you want me to fuck you? I nod my head and he smiles at me, let's get to the jet then and have some fun. Kane POV. He remembered something. I say to Neil as we pack our stuff up, what do you mean? I look around to make sure we got everything. When you asked him about his foster mother he froze a little bit. Neil crosses his arms, we don't know anything about him. We know he got that scar from a fire. The fire caused him to lose some of his memory. I nod my head, yeah, but that fire was not what made him go crazy. Something else happened. We walk outside to the car and head to the airport. I don't think we should bother him about his past. I look at Neil with a teasing smile. You scared he might hurt you? He gives me the finger and I laugh. No, I'm not scared. I just think it's safer for all of us if he doesn't remember. I hum in response, I think it's little too late for that. Las Vegas. Is Cade bringing Jasmine with us to Greece? Neil asks me as we walk back in the house. No, he's going to drop her off with Alizia and they're going to go visit Haven. Neil lets out a long sigh and I look at him. Why are we really going to Greece? I walk to the kitchen. I have a huge feeling about something and I want to see it through. He rolls his eyes and I laugh. You don't have to worry about Haven and the kids. Theo will be staying with them, keeping them safe along with 2 other guards. He raises his eyebrow at me. Leo. I shrug my shoulders. I said that. He quickly shakes his head. Yeah, no, you didn't. You said, Theo. I scoff. Close enough. Zayden POV. We are back at home and Bunny is outside with the cubs in Kovu. I walk to Nancy's room and see her sitting at her desk and looking out the window. You're coming with me to Greece. She looks away from the window. Okay. May I ask why? I show her a smile. Because I don't want to leave you here by yourself while I'm in a different country. I notice that she has a tear-stained face. When do I need to start packing? I walk to her bed and sit down. Bad dream again. She slowly nods her head. Why yes. I'm trying to forget again. She quickly wipes her eyes and I laugh. Just cry. No need to hold it in, right? She looks at me and I shrug my shoulders. You know I will never hurt you or let anything else happen to you. Don't you trust me? She looks at her fingers and nods her head, then cry. I may be crazy, no scratch that. I'm psychotic. She lets out a soft laugh and I stand up. Don't worry about dinner. I'll order something to eat. I walk out and head up to my room. I pull out my phone and order us some pizza. I run my fingers through my hair and fall back on my bed. I look up at the ceiling and groan. Now I can't sit still. I get up and walk to my door. I open the door and see Bunny standing in front of me. I got bored. She laughs out. She leans over to look in my room and I close my door. Don't come up here again. I walk past her and she follows me. Can I come? I look at her and smile. Of course. My pretty little psycho. We walk outside to my car and she hums to herself. Where are we going? We get in the car and I drive off, sit back and ride. 2 hours later we pull up to an abandoned house. Bunny gets out and looks around. Not only is this house abandoned, but it also seems like the whole neighborhood is abandoned. I walk in the house and she follows me. What is this place? I'm guessing a fire took over this house. Everything's burnt. She walks upstairs. You better not fall through the ceiling. She laughs. KK. I walk in the living room and look around. Nothing. Everything's burnt and I can't remember anything. Zadie, is this your house? I hear Bunny ask as I look through the kitchen. It was my house until it went up in flames. I walk to the back of the house and look around. Did they ever figure out what caused the fire? Bunny walks up to me and I shrug my shoulders. I don't know. We ran away before we could even get any answers. She arches her eyebrow. We? I look at her and bend down to her eye level. Bunny became more talkative. Is this what happens when you kill with a smile on your face? She smiles at me. Maybe. I stand up straight and all of a sudden I see something flash. I let out a long sigh and I put my hand on top of Bunny's head and force her head down. Less than a second later a knife flies over our heads. I look at the knife and then in the direction it came from. I hear a dog bark and I follow the sound of the dog. As I get closer I hear someone shushing the dog. I walk around a bush and see a woman. Her eyes widen when she sees me and I grab her by the neck. May I ask, why did you just throw a knife at me? Fear runs through her eyes and I drag her back to the house. I throw her to the ground and she screams. A dog! Can we keep it? Bunny rubs the dog and I look at the woman. You didn't answer my question. She looks at Bunny and then at me. You still don't remember? A small smile crawls on her lips and I kick her in the face. I don't really discriminate. Meaning I don't care if you're a man or a woman. She coughs up blood and laughs. How's Nancy doing? Next thing I know I pull out my gun and shoot her in the leg. Ah! You motherfucker! She lets out a painful laugh. Did I hit a button? There's no need for you to know who I am. I put my gun to her head. Name or you die. She looks at Bunny. I guess I'm D. I pull the trigger and her body falls limp. I pull out my phone and send Kane a picture and my location. Zadie, there was a note on the knife. Bunny hands me the note and I open it. Eleanor Tucker. I rip the paper up and shoot at the woman's body until I run out of bullets. I walk back into the house and go upstairs. I go down a hallway and go to the last room. I open the door and look around. I walk to the bed and look under the bed. I see medium-sized case and I pull it out. I open the case and see pictures of me and Jaslyn when we were younger. I close the case and pick it up. There was a safe somewhere around here. I can't remember where it was. I look around the room and my eyes land on a mirror barely hanging on the wall. I put the case down on the bed and then move the mirror off the wall. Bunny walks in and she smiles when she sees the safe. I notice that safe has been open and I drop my head. She's already been here. Bunny hums in response, home? She? Who's she? I pick up the case and walk downstairs. I go to the back and sit down on the steps. I look at the body. Bunny, go through her pockets. She does as I say and she pulls out a piece of paper. The dog barks again and I look at it. You better be potty trained. It barks at me again and Bunny hands me a piece of paper. You're a she. What should I name you? I look at the paper and see that it has numbers to a bank account. I laugh. Bunny, we just got us some free money. She looks at me and smiles. That means you can buy me more donuts. I get a text from Nancy and before I can look at it, mine and Bunny's stomach growls at the same time. We forgot to wait for the pizza. I say as I look at the text. 2 hours later Kane and Neil walk from around the house. Why the hell did you decide to kill someone here? Neil asks as him and Kane wrap the body. I need you to find out what's her name for me. Kane looks at me and then at the house. Is this your house? I shake my head. Nope, she just lured me here and I killed her. Neil raises his eyebrow. You killed her or did Lyric killed her? She has more than one bullet hole in her body. I shrug my shoulders. I was having a little bit of fun. He rolls his eyes and I look at Bunny. I put my finger over my lips while Kane and Neil wrap the body up. Where did the dog come from? Kane points at the dog and Bunny bends down and rubs the dog's head. Her name is Cookie and she's coming back with us. Neil tilts his head to the side. Cookie. That's a weird name. Bunny laughs. It's a cute name, my pretty little psycho. Zayden POV. Why are you always alone? I look up and see that I am on the rooftop of my old high school. Do you get up here to get away from your problems too? The girl walks up to me and I laugh. No, I just like being on the roof. What about you? She looks at me. I come up here to get away from my problems. I look at the girl up and down and notice that she has a black eye. What happened to your eye? She shows me a small smile. I'm on the rooftop because I don't want to talk or think about my problems. I hum in response. What's your name? Euro 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 Zayden. I slowly open my eyes and see Nancy standing above me. I've been trying to wake you up for the past 10 minutes. I look at the time and see that it is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I sit up and rub the rest of my sleep off my face. Did something happen? I look at her and see a worry expression on her face. I've recently been having these weird dreams. She looks at me and then at her hands. Let me brush my teeth real quick. She slowly nods her head and I walk to the bathroom. I do my morning routine and walk back to the bed. Go ahead and tell me. She looks at me and then at her hands again. I've been crying a lot lately. I hum in response and she finally looks at me. Thank you. She gets up and quickly walks out. I start laughing. You didn't give me a chance to say anything back. I look out the window and see Bunny outside with Kovu. I walk downstairs to the kitchen and see Cookie looking out the window. Once she sees me, she runs up to me and I rub her head. Nancy, have you seen my kill list? I can't remember where I left it. Seconds later, Nancy comes in with my list. You left it in lyric room. She hands it to me and I look at the names. I need to train Bunny a little. Let's have her kill a woman today. I say aloud as I look for a name. I find me a name and open the back door. Bunny, let's go. She looks at me and smiles. She runs up to me and jumps in my arms. Zadie, I've been waiting for you to get up. I laugh. Why is that? She looks at me and then shrugs her shoulders. I don't know. I let her down and she looks at Nancy. Nancy, I want you to come outside with me and Kovu next time. Nancy's eyes widen and Bunny skips to the car. I pick up my car keys and shades and walk to the front door. Nancy? I call for her as I put my shades on and she comes out of the kitchen. Yes? I smile at her. You don't have to thank me. I walk out after that and I get in the car. I look over at Nancy and see her showing me a small smile. I drive off and hand Bunny the kill list. I'm going to train you a little. She looks at the list and smiles. Who am I going to kill next? I look at her and laugh. You really are my pretty little psycho. She bites her lip. I'm your pretty little psycho. She opens her robe and I raise my eyebrow. Bunny, are you trying to tell me something? She puts 2 fingers in her mouth and then put them inside of her pussy. Maybe. She starts playing with herself and I feel myself get hard when I hear her moans. Zadie, I want you. She puts her hand on top of my dick. Don't you want me? She pulls at her nipple and moans. Zadie, please. I look around and see that the only place I can pull over at is in the woods. I look for an opening and drive into the woods. I turn the car off and move my sit back. Come here. She laughs as she gets on top of me. You're going to do all the work since you wanted so bad. She undo my pants and pulls out my dick. You're already hard. I grab her by the neck. Didn't I say you're the only one who can make hard just by looking at you? She bites her lip and position my dick at her entrance. She slowly sits down on me and gasp. I let out a low groan and she looks at me with her eyes clouded with lust. She slowly moves up and down and I squeeze her ass. Do it right or we'll stop. She laughs. I'm doing all the work, so let me do it how I want to do it. She grinds her hips and moans. I can feel you in my stomach. She starts bouncing up and down and I laugh. That's my pretty little psycho. I whisper in her ear and she shivers. I love it when you call me that. I hum in response and I rub her clit as she bounces on top of me. We got to make this a quickie, Bunny. Don't want to get caught. She tries to move my hand off her clit and I laugh. Keep bouncing. Don't worry about my hand. She throws her head back and I groan as I get closer. Fuck me. She moans out and I continue to rub her clit. She tightens around me and then let herself go. I pull her up and come all over her ass. Shit. You have the best pussy. She laughs as she rests her head on my chest. Zadie, does Nancy hate me? I rest my hand on top of her ass. Why do you ask that? She lifts her head up. because every time she sees me she looks the other way. You two actually had a fight and it ended up making Nancy cry. Really? I don't remember. When we get back home, I'm going to apologize to her. I laugh and she smiles at me. Time for you to train me. I slap her ass and she moans, my pretty little psycho. I reach over in the glove box and pull out some napkins. I clean her off and she gets back in her seat. I fix my pants and start the car. Her name is Jackie Reed. Bunny looks at me, why is she on the kill list? I put my shades back on. Ex-husband wants her dead after she got caught having an affair with some other man. She took all of his money after the divorce and he's getting her back. Bunny hums in response, do you have a picture? What do I do when I see her? I dig in my pocket and pull out a picture. This is her. She looks at the picture and she smiles, she's pretty. She also took all of the money from her kids' college funds. Money hungry is not a good look. Bunny says as she looks at the picture, where are we going? The gambling hall. She raises her eyebrow, Bunny, you don't remember one of the first places I took you to? She shakes her head and I laugh, do you remember Luke? She nods her head, the place I first met Luke? I nod my head and she laughs, now I remember. We pull up to the gambling hall and Bunny screams. A bug crawled across my foot. I walk up to her and throw her over my shoulders. She laughs, what are you laughing at? She hums in response, I'm excited. We walk through the entrance and all eyes are on us. I put Bunny down and she smiles, where's Luke? A few people point towards the back and Bunny skips towards Luke and I follow behind her. Hi, Luke. Luke looks at Bunny with confusion all over his face. He looks at me and then back at Bunny, hey, Lyric. I sit down, I finally broke her. He looks at me as Bunny sits down on his lap, order me something to eat. Luke laughs, what do you want? Bunny shrugs her shoulders, I don't know. I look around and show Luke a picture, have you seen her here before? He looks at the picture and laughs, Jackie? Yeah, I already took her to bed too. She's a pretty woman, but not the best in bed. Bunny orders some food, she always comes here around this time. She'll be here soon. Let's play while you wait. I nod my head and I hear a few people whistle, Zayden, is that the girl from before? A man asks me as he walks up to me. Yeah, I finally broke her. He puts his hand on my shoulder and squeezes, what are you going to do since you're done with her? I don't mind taking her off your hands. You don't have to worry about killing her. I look at the man and his smile drops, who said I was done with her? Bunny is the only woman who can make my dick hard by only just looking at her. She's not going anywhere no time soon. He clears his throat and mumbles a sorry. He quickly walks off and Luke laughs, maybe I should keep the next woman I break. I look at my cards and I watch as Bunny talk to Luke. Why do you get rid of all the women you break? He looks at me, they all end up running away and I find them a few days later dead. I have a very regretful life. Bunny gets her food and she shares it with Luke. I'm going to Greece. Want to come? He raises his eyebrow, why? I shrug my shoulders, don't you want to see Bunny work? He looks at Bunny and then me, well, shit. Who can say no to Greece? Greece? Luke, you're going to Greece without me. A woman sits down beside me and Bunny looks at the woman. Her eyes brighten and I laugh, I was invited by a friend. The woman looks at me and I smile at her, what is a beautiful lady such as yourself doing here? She looks me up and down, I get bored at being at home so I found this place. How about I order us a drink? She calls someone over and order drinks for us. She looks over at Luke and Bunny, tired of me already, Luke? Luke looks at Jackie with a smile, it was a one-time thing, Jackie. Don't tell me you fell in love with me. She rolls her eyes, no, not something that usually happens. Who's the woman? Bunny looks at her, that's Bunny. She's with me. She arches her eyebrow. Bunny? I look at her, but you can't call her that. She rests her head on her hand. What do I call her? Bunny puts her finger over her lips. That's a secret. A smile crawls on my lips and I look at Bunny, a secret only a few people know. Someone sets a drink in front of me and Jackie. She takes a sip of her drink and looks at me. What's your name then? I take a sip of my drink. Zayden. Her eyes widen. This is the killer you all have been talking about? She's the famous Bunny. I look at Luke. What have you heard about me? Bunny tilts her head to the side. That you kill for fun. She touches my arm. I actually wanted to meet you. I want to watch what you do. I raise my eyebrow. Really? Why is that? She shrugs her shoulders. I'm tired of my boring life. I lean closer to her and she bites her lip. How about I get rid of that boredom in your life? Psycho, but not stupid. Luke POV. Me and Lyric watch as Zayden talk to Jackie. Why are we going to Greece? She smiles at me. My bully is in Greece. She feeds me a fry. Why is she in Greece? She shrugs her shoulders. I don't know. Zadie and a whole group of other men are coming along with us. Do you know their names? She nods her head. Yep. Kane, Neil, and Cade. I look at Zayden and then back at Lyric. The Kane Pry and Neil Andrews. She looks at me and nods her head. Yep. I lean back in my chair. I'm going with you and Zayden when you leave from here. She claps her hands. Yay. Zadie's teaching me how to kill. I look over at Zayden and he points at me. Is that true, Luke? I raise my eyebrow at Jackie. Is what true? She crosses her arms and scoffs. You also kill for fun. I shrug my shoulders. Not as much as Zayden do. She shows me a half smile. How about you and Zayden both teach me? It'll be fun. Zayden looks at me and I smile. Sure, why not? Lyric picks up the menu and then pout. They don't have donuts. Zayden stands up and I laugh. We can stop and get some donuts on our way to Zayden's house. We walk outside and I walk to my car. You don't mind if she rides with me, do you? I ask Zayden and he is too busy getting his face sucked off by Jackie to even answer me. Lyric laughs and gets in my car. I guess not. Let's go get my donuts. I get in the car and drive off towards the donut shop. Do you know why Kane Pry is coming to Greece with us? She shrugs her shoulders. Nope. I think they just want to come along just to come. I order some donuts and we head to Zayden's house. We walk in and my eyes widen when I see a woman in the kitchen. Nancy, is Zayden not here yet? The woman I now know as Nancy turns around and she pulls Lyric away from me. Who are you and how did you get here? Before I can say anything Zayden walks in and laughs. Calm down, Nancy. He's with me. Lyric looks at Nancy. I'm sorry for making you cry. I don't really remember what happened between us, but Zadie said I made you cry. Nancy looks at Zayden and then back at Lyric, and no need to apologize. I'm okay now. We follow Zayden down to the basement and I look around. So how does this usually go? Jackie asks as she looks at the table. Zayden laughs. Well, here's the thing. You're actually dying today and Bunny will be the one to kill you. Jackie stops at what she's doing and looks at Zayden. What? I look at Zayden. Is that why you asked me about her? I did not know that she's the one you're going to kill. Zayden laughs. Yeah, I have to train Bunny a little bit. What the fuck are you talking about? Kill me. Why? Zayden scoffs. Do you not see me and Luke talking? You're on my kill list. She reaches behind her and before she can do anything Lyric laughs and come from behind her. I would be very troubled if you shoot Zadie and Luke. Lyric says as she takes the gun away from Jackie. Zadie said you're on his kill list. It can't be that hard to understand. Jackie glares at Lyric and Zayden laughs. Your ex-husband wants you dead. You took all of his money and you took your own kid's money. Her eyes widen. Is that why you're doing this? Because my ex-husband gave you a sob story. Zayden shakes his head. Sob story? No. He's giving me 25% of your fortune once you're dead. I don't really care what's the story behind his reason in wanting you dead. I look over at Lyric and see her playing with the gun. I take the gun out of her hand and she pouts. Did you know about this, Luke? I look at Jackie and shake my head. Nope. I just found just like you did. Lyric walks up to Zayden. When can we start? Zayden laughs. Soon. You had an affair and file for a divorce once you got caught. Not only did you end the marriage, but you also took all of his money. Why? She looks at Zayden and then at me. What's the point in telling you? You're gonna kill me anyway. Lyric takes the gun out of my hand and shoots the woman in the foot. Ah. What the fuck is your problem? Lyric walks up to her and smiles. Zadie asked you a question. Answer the question or another bullet will go in you. I look over at Zayden. Bunny, you just made me so fucking hard. I want to fuck you right now. I roll my eyes and Lyric laughs. I want to kill her first. Can I kill her now? Jackie looks at me. Why are you even doing this? I shrug my shoulders. I just wanted to watch. Zayden pulls out his phone and calls someone. He puts the phone on speaker. Hello? Did you finish the job? Jackie looks towards Zayden and she walks up to him. She snatches the phone from Zayden. You fucking bastard. How can you just hire someone to kill me? Are you that desperate and lonely without me? The man laughs. Do you really think I'm doing this because you left me? I didn't care that you took my money, I got it all back a week later. But you took all of the money from my kids' college funds. Now that's a different story. I don't like when people mess with my kids. Jackie scoffs. Why do they need to go to college? They're stupid anyway. I tilt my head to the side. They're 5 and 7. How can you talk so bad about your own kids? I look at Zayden and he is touching all over Lyric while she listens to the conversation. Not only did I hire him because how you treated our kids, but also for what you did to my brother. Zayden stops at what he's doing and I walk up to Jackie. Ooh, what did you do to his brother? She looks at Zayden and the man on the phone laughs. She tried to kill my brother because he caught her with another man that wasn't me. He was going to tell me, but she slipped something in his morning coffee the day he was going to tell me. I hum in response and she looks at me. Tried? Lyric laughs. Your brother's alive, isn't he? Yep. We got to him before the poison could spread. So that's the story. Why would you do so much to keep someone quiet? Zayden laughs out and I sigh. This is getting boring. Can Lyric kill her now? Lyric nods her head agreeing with me and Zayden laughs. Any last words you would want to say to your ex-husband? Before Jackie can say anything the man interrupts her. I rather not hear it. You can go ahead and kill her. I just put the rest of the money in your account. He hangs up after that and Zayden takes his phone away from her. Lyric shoots her in the chest and Zayden looks at her. Bunny, we were going to use something else other than a gun. Lyric laughs. Oops. I got too excited. I roll my eyes and Nancy walks in. Kane and Neil are here. We walk upstairs and see Kane and Neil in the kitchen. My eyes widen when I see a tiger laying down beside Neil. Lyric runs up to it and hug it. Kovu. I look at Zayden and he laughs. He is my pet. His name is Kovu. I also have 2 bear cubs. Baloo and Oscar. I hear a small meow and see a cat walking up to Kovu. Kovu puts his head against the cat. Bunny also has a cat and a dog. I roll my eyes and Kane clears his throat. Who is this? I look at Kane and hold my hand out for him to shake. Luke. He shakes my hand and looks at Zayden. Is the body down in the basement? Zayden nods his head. I want Luke to join Black Dragon. Kane shakes his head and walks past us towards the basement. No. This is not some friendship club where you can just invite people. Zayden laughs. I already told him everything. You really want someone who knows about Black Dragon to walk around without them being in Black Dragon. Kane stops walking and glares at Zayden. Fine, he can join. He walks down to the basement and I look at Zayden. What did you tell me? He hums in response, nothing. Neil starts laughing. Why do you want him to join anyway? Zayden looks at him. You'll see why soon. Neil raises his eyebrow and Kane calls for him to help him with the body. We walk back down to the basement and I look back and see Nancy watching me. Our eyes meet and she walks in the opposite direction. I raise my eyebrow. Lyric, who is Nancy to Zayden? She shrugs her shoulders. I don't know. She was here when I got here. Bunny killed this woman. Although I wanted her to use something else other than a gun. Zayden says as Neil looks at the body. Did you find out who that woman was? Zayden asks Kane and all of a sudden 3 other men walk down the stairs. Do the usual with it. Kane says as they pick the body up. We walk back upstairs and go to the backyard. No, we don't know who she is yet. Do you want to tell us why you want to know who she was? Zayden laughs. I don't know, do I? Kane rolls his eyes and looks at me. We will be back to give you your tattoo. Tattoo? Kane shows me a tattoo and I see it's a black dragon with a yin-yang sign in the background. What do you know so far? I look at him and laugh. I don't know anything. He just lied for you to say yes. Kane glares at Zayden. Tell me why I shouldn't put a bullet in your ass? Zayden shrugs his shoulders. Because you need me to go to Greece other than trying to kill Bunny's last bully. Kane eyes widen. How the hell do you know that? Zayden laughs. Why else would you want to go to Greece with me? Do you want to watch Bunny kill her bully? No, you don't. You want to know more about this other mafia. I may be psycho, but I'm not stupid. I walk back inside and leave them to talk. I walk in the kitchen and see Nancy rubbing the dog's head. Have you seen Lyric? She quickly looks at me and stands up straight. She's somewhere outside with Kovu. I hum in response and look her up and down. Who is Zayden to you? She looks at me. Someone who saved me, in place of him. Zayden POV. Are you going to leave me in the dark or do I have to figure everything out for myself? I say to Kane as I watch Bunny play with the cubs and Kovu. Kane has a feeling that the mafia that this woman is married into will do something to Black Dragon. I look at Neil and Kane pushes him away. Who said we were telling him? Neil pushes him back. I did. So before you kill that woman we want to talk to her. Neil says as he rubs Cookie's head. I walk back to the house. I'll think about if I let you talk to her when you find that woman's name. I hear Neil scoff and Kane groans. You're acting like a kid. I look back at him and smile. Well, since you treated Cade like a kid, it's time for you to treat me like one now. Find the woman's name. I walk into the house and go to my room. I pull out the case that I found at the house and look at the pictures. I notice a picture that I am in and don't recognize the person I'm standing beside. It's a picture of me and girl, we're smiling at the camera. I look at the background and notice it's not my house, but someone else's. I look at the girl a few seconds longer and notice that she has a bruise on her arm. What happened to your arm, my dear old friend? I sit down on my bed and think about the dream I had the other night. I'm always on the roof of my high school and a girl that's bruised up comes to talk to me. I look back at the picture. Are you the girl in my dreams or a coincidence? I hear a knock on my door and I don't answer. I put the picture up and put the case on my nightstand. Seconds later Nancy comes in and she closes the door behind her. She leans against the door. Who is that man that came in with you and Lyric? I raise my eyebrow. Luke. You don't trust him. She looks at me. Do you? I lay down on my bed and look at the ceiling. He's here, isn't he? What does that tell you? She doesn't say anything back. Would I let anything happen to you? I question her and I smile. I can't hear your head nod. No, you wouldn't. I'm still here because you kept your promise to me. I hum in response. I trust Luke. There's not a lot of people that I trust. She sits down beside me and sighs, you trust Kane? I shrug my shoulders, I don't know yet. Do you trust Kane? She lays down beside me, I do. I finally look at her, why? She shrugs her shoulders, if they really wanted to do something to you they would have done it. Neil's not a bad person. He works for the government and also secretly working with the mafia. Kate is just someone who doesn't express his feelings. Zayden Thompson is a psycho, but someone who I can trust. She shows me a small smile and I sit up, when did me and you first meet? Before she can answer someone knocks on the door. Nancy walks to the door and opens it up. Nancy walks out and I walk to the door. Did you forget I was here? Luke asks me. I shake my head and laugh, I was talking to Nancy about something. She doesn't seem to trust you. He raises his eyebrow, what is she to you? I show him a smile, why? Interested. I'm interested in why does someone like Zayden Thompson has not only one, but two women in his house. One for you to break and have fun with and the other woman where you have a good relationship with. We walk down the hall, what's the real reason why you want me to go to Greece with you? I laugh at him and he leans against the wall, why can't I just invite you to Greece? He looks at me, like you said, you're psycho, but not stupid. I let out a long breath and he smiles, now we're getting somewhere. I have a feeling that something bad is about to happen and I need you to be around to keep Nancy safe. He tilts his head to the side, you want me to babysit? I make a little sound, something like that. My focus on Bunny and your focus on Nancy. He shows me a mocking smile, why not I focus on Bunny and you focus on Nancy? You and Nancy do have a better relationship. I start walking, because Nancy's boring, Bunny's not. I hear him laugh and mumble to himself, is that really it? What else would it be? I ask myself as I walk to the backyard. You still here? I ask Neil as he plays with Cookie, yeah, Kane's on the phone with someone right now. We're leaving once he gets off. He talking to some woman, she's actually in Black Dragon. Kane walks up to us with his phone on a speaker, Neil, Nova wants to speak to you. Neil rolls his eyes, there's a kid missing and I need you to find him. I hear a woman say over the phone. Nova? Kane looks at me, she's someone like me and Cade. She enjoys what she does. Yeah, she also has a mouth on her like no other. Neil says and the woman groans, Neil stop complimenting me and find the kid for me. Neil types on his phone, I'll let you know what I got. Where are you anyway? We hear some gunshots in the background, Clea and Sabra killing a group of people that pissed me off. Well, I'll talk to you later. Tell all your lady friends I said hey. She hangs up after that and Kane looks at me, I'll have your name tomorrow, I need you to do something for me. I raise my eyebrow, what do you want me to do? He hands me a picture, kill him however you want. You can even use acid. I smile, who is he and where is he? He's someone who tried to kill Nova. Nova's pissed about that and I told her I'll handle it while she's away. He's actually around here somewhere. He's been going to the club around here. Have Lyric lure him in and then you can have your fun. I nod my head as they walk to the front, I'll see you tomorrow. He says as he and Neil get in the car. I walk back into the house and Luke is watching Bunny. Want to come with me and Bunny tonight? I ask Luke and he looks at me, yeah. Might as well. I look at Nancy and then back at Luke, Nancy, you're coming with us. She looks at me with wide eyes, what? Why? I shrug my shoulders, you haven't left this house since I brought you here. Let's get some air. Go in my closet and find something to wear for you and Bunny. Give Bunny something out of the box near my shoes. You pick something out for yourself. She looks at Luke and then at me. She walks upstairs and Luke looks at me, why is she coming along? We walk to the living room and sit down, you'll see. Bunny walks in and sits down on Luke's lap. I thought you already left. Luke shakes his head. Nope, I'm going with you. Bunny looks at me. With me? Where are we going? I show her the picture Kane gave me. Kane wants us to kill this guy. We're going to the club. Nancy comes down and hands Bunny a dress. Bunny takes off her robe and put it on. Nancy walks to the bathroom. Am I killing him? Bunny looks at me and I look at her up and down. The dress stops right below her butt and shows all of her cleavage. I stand up and grab Bunny by her butt and squeeze her ass cheeks. I want to fuck you right now. From the corner of my eye, I see Nancy. She has on a dress that stops mid-thigh and her hair up in a neat bun. Bunny looks at her and smiles. You look really pretty, Nancy. Nancy hugs herself. Thank you. Bunny pouts. What's wrong? Are you still mad at me? Nancy quickly shakes her head. No, that's not true. I just never left the house before. We walk to the car and Bunny starts humming as we drive off. I look in the rearview mirror and see Nancy looking out the window. Once we get to the club we see a long-ass line. Do we have to wait? Bunny asks as she looks around. Luke walks ahead of me. Nope, I know the owner. We follow Luke inside and I look around. Nancy. Let's dance. Bunny grabs Nancy's arm and drags her to the dance floor. Well, it looks like we have to find him ourselves. Unless he finds interest in Bunny or Nancy and he comes out himself without us even have to look for him. We walk to the bar and I order a drink. Is this really Nancy's first time outside of the house? How long has she been with you? I take a sip of my drink and look at Luke. I can't remember how long she's been with me. I let out a long sigh. I'm going to tell you a little about myself. Luke looks at me with wide eyes. Why? I finish my drink and order another one, because you keep asking me questions that I can't even answer for myself. He orders himself a drink. I lost some of my memory when I was in high school. I only remember certain things from my past. I know why Nancy is with me, but I don't know how I met her. A fire started in a house I grew up in and that causes me to lose some of my memory. He takes a sip of his drink. Why is Nancy with you? I look at him and smile, because I killed her family and she had nowhere else to go. He shakes his head. You think I'm lying? I pull out my phone and show him the pictures of Nancy's family. His eyes widen. Why would she stay with you after you killed her family? I put my phone up and smile. Her family wasn't the best to her. I saved her from her family and she's staying with me because I'm the only one who can keep her safe. Did you make her kill like you're doing Bunny? I raise my eyebrow at the question. No, I'm not. Nancy has never killed anyone and I won't force her to do that. I lean against the bar. Your lost memory won't tell you why you're so close to Nancy, will it? Luke asks as Bunny runs up to us. Nope, it won't. I answer back. Z80, Nancy's not with you. I raise my eyebrow at Bunny. No, where is she? Bunny shrugs her shoulders. I went to the bathroom and I told her to come to the bar with you and Luke. I kick myself off the bar and look around. I look at Luke and he is already looking for Nancy. Go check the bathroom. I tell Bunny as I walk to the dance floor. 10 minutes later and we still haven't found Nancy. We decide to go outside to the back of the club and we hear a man scream. We walk around the corner and see Nancy stabbing a man. Ah! Die? Die? I watch in shock as Nancy stabs the man repeatedly. Luke walks up to her and takes the knife out of her hand. Nancy's eyes widen when she sees me. She looks at the body and then at me. She covers her mouth and tears form in her eyes. Zayden. I'm sorry. She slowly walks up to me and falls in my arms. I pick her up. We need to go. Luke, you drive. I look at Nancy and she is letting out soft breaths. Bunny, pull out my phone and send Kane my location. Tell him to hurry and get the body or someone will see it. Bunny sits in the front and I sit in the back with Nancy in my lap. We get home and I carry her to the bathroom. I sit her down on the toilet and run some bathwater. I'm sorry. She whispers. Why are you sorry? I ask as I run the water. I hear some shuffling and she gets in the tub. I sit down on the floor and lean my back against the tub. She washes herself up and starts crying. Why am I alive? Why do you allow me to stay here? I killed someone. I keep my back to her. Why did you kill him? Although I was going to do it anyway, why? She cries harder. You already know why. I want to hear you say it. She splashes water on me. No. That means you noticed it too. Is that why you wanted me to come along? She continues to splash me and I keep my back to her. After a full minute, she stops splashing me. He looked a lot like my brother. I couldn't hold back. How do you feel? She sniffles. I don't know. They're already dead. I killed someone in place of him. You didn't cry because you killed that man. You cried when you saw me. I pull my knees up and rest my arms on them. You looked at me with a look I've never seen. You were shocked. I saw something else, but I don't know what that was. I don't want you looking at me like that ever again. I feel her behind me and she wraps her arms around my neck. I rest into the hug and she lets out a soft cry. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? I feel her wet chest against my back, for making you worry. I touch her arm. All that matters is that you're safe.